Hey YouTube, this is a clues/hints video for Please Don't Touch Anything. I will not tell you do this to solve this puzzle because that pretty much spoils the game. I will try to give you subtle hints to help you on your own solve the game. Ideally, you should pause the video whenever you think you get an idea or a solution and jump into the game and mess around until you eventually beat the game. Okay, first we are greeted with the narrative. The guy tells us to don't touch anything. Of course, we're not going to do that, but maybe we should try and listen. Maybe something will happen. Also, here's the options. I recommend full screen. Okay, the next thing is maybe you have tried messing around with the game and you would like to reset your progress, like right here. So you might have tried to delete save game, it doesn't do anything. That is because you have to click and hold, and voila, it starts all over. Now prepare yourself to hear the word maybe over 9,000 times. The first thing in the narrative, the guy tells us to not touch anything, so maybe we could listen to him. Then maybe we can try not listening to him, so we can touch things. We have two buttons, maybe we'll try to press them both, in different combinations maybe each button many times, and see what happens. The next thing we have is the instructions. If we try the button combinations with the instructions, we pretty much could solve most of the puzzles. Okay, now we take a closer look at the instructions. First, grab your screwdriver. Second, grab your hammer. So these are the first two instructions. So maybe without doing too much things, we could get those two items. Maybe it has to do with the buttons. Next, we notice this is not exactly grab. This is GRYB, and it has a purple color on it. Maybe it has something to do with colors. Okay, now we realize that it's 1, 2, 4, 3. Maybe it's a secret code. Now, after the first two, we get to work and this right here. So maybe if we have many switches, we could turn this and this, or turn them all except this and this. Maybe if we have two letters, A and B, it could be AAB, AAAB. So next we have this long string of numbers that doesn't really make sense. 1 equals 1, 1 equals 2, 1 equals empty equals 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. What is this? So maybe it's a sequence. 1 and 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, so 1, 2, 3, empty, 3, 5, 7, 8, so 1, 2, 3, empty, 8. Maybe it's a famous sequence of numbers. Maybe it has to do something with a famous mathematician. His name might pop up on your control board. Maybe that's the solution. Moving on, we now have this equation. It looks complicated. It has 3 variables, x, y, and z, so this has no solution. So 8x plus 3y plus 67 divided 8 squared plus 3 squared square rooted equals d. So this 64 plus 973, it has no root, not a natural number anyway. So we cannot solve or get the unknown, so maybe we could ignore the unknowns. We get a string of numbers maybe, so 7638, maybe that solves something. The power could be a number, so 2328. Okay, next we have this ladder looking thing. It doesn't make much sense. Maybe we try looking at it from a different view. Try tilting your head to one side. It looks like this. Does it make more sense now? Do you see a representation of numbers? 1, 3, 2, and so on. Okay, moving on, I told you the instructions is filled with clues. So this right here, it looks like arrows. So maybe if we have arrow buttons or corners, we could press the corresponding corners. And this looks, at first it looks like numbers, but they are letters. But they are not straight, they are flipped. So maybe that means the arrows too are flipped. If you take a look at the letters, we try mirroring them again. So this is the correct view. Maybe if we flip the arrows along with the letters, we get a solution. Now, yet again at the instructions screen, here we have sort of diagram, a star, a hexagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a pentagram maybe. And if we look at the main screen, we could see it here also. So maybe if we could draw something, or a panel shows up that we could draw on or represent a drawing on, we should or would likely draw this pentagram. Back at the main screen, you notice also here a string of numbers, 566, maybe 666, the number of the beast, next to a pentagram, so this is definitely a pentagram, maybe 666 will be a clue of it. Now, right here we see the screws. Here it looks detachable, or we could interact with it. Now, the hammer, what will we do with the hammer? This is all iron. This is plastic. It will make much sense, a hammer in plastic. I think there could be something here that a hammer could break. Okay, last thing, if you have tried messing around, or even with or without the clues I gave you, you will notice that this bar right here is not always the same. Sometimes when you do specific things, it lights up in different order. Maybe the order denotes the complexity or the number of steps you have to reach it. I think if we light them all, we get something.